But I work with these guys every day. They carry guns. I talk with them. I find out how they think, why they think the way they do. The whole work. So I know that. So, and I know that it's a spirit. I know that they don't, what's needed is the mediation, the intervention. Again, it's back to that spirit, having that spirit of goodness to put out there. We don't usually react till things happen. Things happen to somebody. People don't get involved. They won't do anything. Stuff going on all around them. Live around right where I live at. I live on Wilson Avenue, Davidson Avenue area. It goes down every night. Helicopters shooting, all that stuff. And my wife, when I drive down certain streets, they come on because of the shooting. It might be just a drive. It's like that. So when I tell the young guys the time, I'm not. They say, "Brother Sixer, you out here. You always we trust you. And you know, you can pick on me, and you tell us, give us good advice. And, we know you care." I say, "But yeah, I'm not just out here for you. I'm out here because my wife is scared to drive down this street. So I'm trying to stop you from her possibly getting shot by a driver." And what they don't understand is, and this I'll talk to you, I'm a property owner. I'm the one who y'all talk about why the police out here bothering y'all, harassing you. Well, I'm the one that's paying for the police to do that. Because y'all out here shooting and causing all this to happen. They don't even realize all this. Pay property taxes. People live out here to pay property taxes. So I'm out here to try to protect other people as well, who don't get involved. So that's why it's important that we all get involved. We all carry that spirit. We don't wait till something personally happens to us. Because it's happening to us. People are afraid. Yeah, I'm finding myself now riding. When my wife told me that now, when I'm riding through the hood. And I deal with all these guys. I'm scared. I'm looking. Going to stores now, that stuff used to didn't bother me. I go in the bank, I'm hurrying up and getting out of there. I used to didn't think like that. I go in the store now, I'm looking. People talk about, oh, they stereotype people. Well, now I'm stereotyping people. Because I know all you gotta do is watch the news. You see what's happening out here. But I also want to say that we focus a lot on the young people. And they're shooting each other and the things that they're doing. But this older people as well. This stuff has been happening to us for a long time. And I look at myself. And what qualifies me even more to be here, not because I've dropped out of high school and went to prison. My life, even with that, because I was a part of what these young guys do as well. Like I'm 55 years old today, but when I was young and growing up in Columbus, I was one of the people who was starting all this stuff and lived like that, and with guns and drugs. And I'm the opposite of what Johnny and a lot of other people do, because I've been shot before as well. But what makes me the opposite, and what makes me do a lot of things I do, is because I also am a person who has caused the life of someone. That's why I went to prison. And it comes from I was young, 18 years old, someone died because of me. That's what I did. Didn't mean for that to happen like that. That's how it turned out. And for a long time I thought, well, why me? I was defending myself. I was, all kinds of reasons that I thought. And then after growing and thinking about how things happen, that still was the case because I didn't mean for that to happen. But that's how it turned out, and I still have to blame myself because of living uncontrolled, living without thinking, living without, and that's what I find out more today. These young people only think one way. These young boys don't know no other way to think. Because when I talk to them, they start to think, okay, I never looked at something this way. They don't know critical thinking. They just react. They know one thing. So these are things we're trying to do to help to do that, but it just takes so much. But I talk about other people who have lost their lives as well. So anyway, back to me. I do what I do because of that. I want to help. I want to do all I can to try to help change and make things better. And that's why I do a lot of the things that I do. My life is in danger all the time, every day. Because again, dealing with these young people, like, I mean, one thing wrong. I mean, we mediate. We find out that intervention and mediation is the number one thing that needs to happen, because they don't get it. There's no middle person. These people beefing, they beefing. There's nobody in the middle to bring them. Okay, let's talk about this. There's another way to handle this. Look what you're doing. Okay, and this works because we've done it. We do it. We've stopped shootings and killings a lot. People don't even know about it. We hear about this on the news. I never even heard of you. I'm sure you have. So this goes on every day. So it could be a lot worse. People from east side, the north end, they don't go out. People can say, well, why do people don't come out? Ghani asked you, why you don't bring your guys? They will not even come up here in the north side. The north side guys won't go on the east side. The west side, it's that bad. Wow. They will not go. It's a respect thing. It's a thing. If we come up here, we're going to just start shooting immediately. They see certain people, they just start shooting. No talking, know what you're doing up here, none of that. Get on the phone. Hey, I just seen boo-boo riding down the street. They're going to go find it. When you hear about somebody just drive by, what's that all about? It's a lot of reasons that happen. But I talk about the young people, but I talk about what we've been suffering for a long time in our lives. You know, people I think about, I had 2 cousins killed, gunshot, gun violence. 2 best friends killed, gun violence. My son, I had a son killed. I had all my granddaughters. I had 13 grandchildren. I have the time I keep my granddaughters a couple times a month. I get them all over my house. Got mostly granddaughters, and talk with them and work with them. And one day we was in there sitting there talking, and one of them was crying. I took her in the back room to find out what's wrong with her. It was her dad. It was her dad. And then I realized something hit me all of a sudden. There was 5 of them was there. And 3 of my granddaughters there, fathers have been killed. Boy in prison. And I know, you know, it might be kind of tough for right now, but my granddaughter right there with me right now. Father was killed by the street, in the streets. She was little, maybe 3 years old. But it affects her today. People don't know how much these little kids, they thinking it's not, you may not think a little child maybe was just born, but she's having trouble today. She don't know that. People say, well, what's wrong with her in school? That's why she's with me now. So bring her home with me, keep her, talk to her, try to help her. Why is she acting up in school? Why is she? They don't understand all this. See, we don't understand the effects that this has on these children as well, as parents, and so many others. So I just say that because I think about all the time the violence, just the violence in our community as we are grown up, and there's so many people in prison, violence, so many people get shot, so many people get killed. And it's just on and on and on, young and old. It's not just the young people. I can't even count the people that have been killed or dying. So, you know, we have to be a part of that change. We have to kind of understand what these young people are dealing with. And the little girls, see, we're paying a whole lot of attention to the boys. We better watch these girls. Stay behind it. There's a spirit that we know to be called the culture of death that's on these kids. They don't know what's wrong with good parents. People, and then they want to blame the parents. And not, what more can I do? We hear people say. So it's not that. It's a spirit. It's a satanic spirit. That's right. That's right. See, people don't like to talk about that. Like they're afraid to talk about that. Like they forget about Satan and the whole story and what his job is to do. He's done it. He divided our families. He took the man. Talking about black men. Took that. That's gone out the house. They worked on the young boys. Got them all messed up. Took our music, changed the language. Because when I grew up, like I say, during the 60s, we had conscience. We was taught. We were proud. We was taught a lot of things. But you know, the history, they took all that away. They killed every black leader and white who was for. They killed the president of the United States in the 60s. Brother, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Black Panthers. every black conscious thing, go back and look, that we were taught, went away. And then they brought in the 70s, the rap, the whole type of culture. We didn't grow up with tattoos. You don't see no tattoos on me.
All right, guys.
None of that. Now you see these kids all tatted up. They say that the purpose of that is getting the good and blood. That's what they tell me. You do all that, putting it in them. So it's this culture. It's a sick, satanic culture out here. But now the girls, it's working on the young girls to turn them against their mothers. That's all about it. And they all do the same thing. And they just like the young boys. These young dudes, they meet. What do you hear on the news? This is what the news say. Young black male shot multiple times. Is that what they say? They say the same thing. Young black male shot multiple times. Last night, young black male shot multiple times. Upper body. They practice to do this. See, they meet, talk about home invasions. They practice that stuff. How to kick the door in. What you do when you go in there. How you shoot somebody. All that. So it's the same thing with the young girls. That's why we got to be careful with these young girls, because they do a lot of things. They got the boys, they got the men, now it's the young girls. And it's beginning to turn them against the mothers, and that will lead their whole family tear down. So we got to fight.
That's right.
We got to know we're fighting the spirit. We're not fighting flesh and blood. You know, Paul said. It's spirits, and people don't understand it. So we got to all be a part of it. It takes a group, it takes a family, and we gotta don't wait till something happens to you personally. Because we know, you know that's your grandson, your nephew, somebody's child, you know that they carry guns, and all the stuff they're doing, we just ignore it, don't say anything. We just have to get more involved in that and get involved in the intervention. And this is kind of like we used to. So I used to get whoopings from the neighbors and all kinds of things. Some kind of way we got to get back to people getting involved. So, and we got more lineup to go. So like I said, I just wanted to come and say those few things. Also belong to a group of men called Men for the Movement. We are men and women that are committed to changing the conditions and quality of life in our communities. And we have monthly marches at Family Missionary Baptist Church out on the east side, where again where I live at. And we've had 21 straight marches there in a row. And we have made a change in that area, even though you can hear there about over there on Livingston Avenue, and people are scared to death. Talk about Livingston. I mean, every street from 22nd, Champion, Oakwood, Ohio, Linwood, Mill, all the way down there's the game. We call it game. But still all family over there. But things are settled down. And a lot of it is because of our spirit that we put out there. We know we go out there and march consistently. Like I tell Connie all the time, you gotta just get a group of people and keep doing the same thing all the time. And eventually things that happen, things that change. So again, I'm glad to do it. I came here. And I just want to encourage everybody to, keep peace in your soul. Keep it in your soul all the time. And strive towards peace. And just don't wait till something happens to you personally.
All right.
Get involved. You got to get involved right now. Keep praying. Don't stop praying. Just don't stop. Don't wait till something happens and say, oh, Lord. You got to do it every day. And keep standing firm for what's right. And again, happy to be here, and keep praying. Just